to our Wednesday check-in. My name is Kim Houff, and I am the Director of Discipleship and Community Engagement here at First United Methodist Church, Honolulu. Pastor Tom is busy this week with Board of Ordained Ministry work, so I am here to share with you today. I've always loved to read, but since the pandemic has all of us staying home more, I've been reading even more. Today I will give you some recommendations on some excellent books to read, books that will entertain you and help you to grow in your walk with Christ. But let me start with the fact that I love reading fiction books way more than nonfiction. In fact, I recently read American Dirt by Janine Cummins for my neighborhood book club. American Dirt is a novel about immigration from South and Central America to the United States. It is a well-written, compelling story which focuses on the journey of the wife and son of a journalist in Mexico who are forced to flee for their lives after a cartel kills 16 members of their family, including their journalist husband and father. If you're not familiar with the reasons why people leave Mexico or other areas of South and Central America to come to the United States, this novel will give you insights along with an engaging storyline. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the immigration issue from a different side, I can recommend Detained and Deported, Stories of Immigrant Families Under Fire by Margaret Reagan. Reagan is a journalist who has done the legwork to research the stories of immigrant families. I will warn you that this is not an easy book to read because the stories are heart-wrenching, but these stories need to be heard as we as a nation make decisions about immigration policies. I read Detained and Deported because I participate in the United Methodist Women's Reading Program. The reading program offers books in 5 categories: education for mission, leadership development, nurturing for community, social action, and spiritual growth. The great thing is that the books are a mixture of nonfiction and fiction, and the program includes selections for all ages and reading levels. I recently read Animal Beauty by Christy Roskifte, which is one of the children's selections under Nurturing for Community. In this story, the elephant at the zoo finds a beauty magazine which leads to all the animals trying to make themselves over according to the advice in the magazine. It's a fun way to help children and adults realize that each of us are fearfully and wonderfully made by God, and that we should not try to be something we are not created to be. I also read the teen book, The Courage to Be Yourself by Al DeSada, which is in the leadership development category. This book is filled with true stories by teens about cliques, conflicts, and overcoming peer pressure. What a great way for teens to develop skills for leadership in the trials that teens commonly face. And I think that adults can improve their leadership skills by reading such things as well. The spiritual growth category offers books with different ways for us to grow, with Bible studies, books of prayers, and writings by spiritual leaders such as St. John the 23rd, the Dalai Lama, and Desmond Tutu. I'm currently reading Reuben Job's 40 Days with Wesley, a devotional that includes scripture, writings by Wesley, as well as reflections by Reuben Job. I'm also working through the Wesley Challenge, 21 Days to a More Authentic Faith by Chris Folmsby, with my accountability group from seminary. If anyone is interested in joining any of the spiritual growth studies from the UMW reading program or has ideas for other studies, I'm certainly happy to start new studies here at the church. The education for mission category informs the reader about different groups and their struggles. I read Threading My Prayer Rug by Sabia Rahman. This is the author's story of her journey from being a Pakistani Muslim to being an American Muslim. It is fascinating to read of her traditional marriage in Pakistan and how her life changes the longer she lives in America. Throughout it all, she stays true to her Muslim faith. One of the most impactful books that I've read from the UMW reading program, however, is from the social action category. And it's Born on Third Base by Chuck Collins. The subtitle of the book tells it all. A one percenter makes the case for tackling inequality, bringing wealth home, and committing to the common good. Collins, the great-grandson of Oscar Mayer, yes, the hot dog and lunch meat Oscar Mayer, asserts that some Americans are born on third base with many privileges that they take for granted, which help them to be successful. This includes access to better education, encouragement for success from teachers, family, and friends, knowing people in the right places, and so many more intangibles that put them far ahead of others. And rather than just telling what the problem is, Collins also offers ways that we who may have been born on first, second, or third base like he was, can advocate for those who actually begin at bat. If you are interested in any of the books that I've mentioned or learning more about the program, the reading program from the United Methodist Women, you can go to www.unitedmethodistwomen.org/reading program. Each year, new books are chosen in each category so you can find many new things to read and learn. While the UMW reading program is designed for members, anyone can participate in the program. Or you can just access the list and read the books without turning in your reading program list. We are fortunate here at First UMC because we have a member who goes through the reading program list and finds out which ones are in the Hawaii Library System. And I can share that list with you if you are interested. Well, I'm so glad that I could share my love of reading with you today, as well as inform you about the United Methodist Women's Reading Program. So my question for you is, what book will you read this week?